As of today, Abilene Christian University has offered a health or nutrition program to its students for over 40 years. As breakthroughs in science and technology have reshaped the field of nutrition over the past few decades, ACU's health departments have always maintained their mission to equip students for global ministry through exemplary practice and service in education and human services. But what is this experience like for the hundreds of students who have gone through the nutrition program?
One project that I really enjoyed as a nutrition major was with a class called Community Nutrition. And in this class, we were supposed to find a community of whatever sorts, whether it's age group or different location, and kind of do some research on them, and then bring a project together to educate that community. And my group and I, we chose kind of a foster home, and it was so much fun to educate these children about what vitamins and minerals are in certain fruits and vegetables. And they learned so much. We did a pre-test and a post-test to kind of gauge their knowledge and what they've learned. And the results were phenomenal.
Probably my favorite is our clinical class. It's medical nutrition therapy. Last semester we did a lot of meal planning and diets for different disease states, which is always really interesting. And currently we're doing case studies where we're actually getting to do assessments of patients and kind of figuring out their needs.
My favorite classes would have to be maybe assessment, or just classes where you relate more to how you will actually be treating a patient, and just that interaction. And just I like learning about diseases and learning about the science behind everything, but I like more of once you're in a real life situation, what do you would do.
I've really enjoyed food science this semester. It's beyond just regular cooking, kind of, this is how certain foods work, but saying, okay, we're gonna make a cake, but we're gonna use it with 4 different types of flour and see which one makes the best cake, and kind of digging into how different products and different molecules and different aspects of food, how they can alter and change, and what effects they have on the food that we eat.
Something that was very surprising about nutrition was how involved the coursework is, or what a huge span of knowledge that we have to acquire, because we learn everything from kind of the chemistry of food and how to cook it, to the biochemistry of how the human body digests food, all the way to management theories, to counseling theories. So there's a huge span of knowledge that we have to have.
We kind of joke that we have a very specific major in general studies. It's really specific in nutrition, but really we encompass, I feel a good majority of the degrees here, and really kind of they're all entangled into one.
I really love SCA. It's been one of my favorite things at ACU, just because we are and have become such a close-knit group. We had chapels every month, so we could bond and spend some time together in more of a spiritual sense, but also in a meeting to see what all's going on with our Dietetic Association and the surrounding counties in the state. So just getting connected on more of a professional level, but also just the individuals are amazing. We just have such a great program and great individuals and great faculty to work with, and it's just something I'm really gonna miss. But it's great. You really do get connected with everything you would need to become successful in the nutrition field.
Well, as Vice President of the SDA, I was in charge of heading our annual 5K, and this year I incorporated our first petathon. So it turned out really great. We got a lot of people around the community excited about nutrition and involving the community with physical activity. People that aren't normally runners, that's why we did the petathon, so they could bring their pet and just walk or run for a mile, just to kind of get out and get some activity and exercise in their life, as well as talk about good nutrition, what to eat before and after exercise.
The Royce and Pam Money Student Recreation and Wellness Center opened in fall 2011 and has since provided students of all majors with a new hub for overall wellness. Exercise equipment, swimming pools, a rock climbing wall, basketball courts, and a running track are among just a few of the new building's features. Dr. Sheila Jones, professor and director of the nutrition program, shares her thoughts on the new facility.
It's fantastic. It's such a nice facility, and it serves our students so well. The Friday after it opened, or I guess it was actually the day it opened, it just hit me, hey, this is the new gathering place for students, and I think the students really enjoy it. Plus, the Human Performance Lab has a lot of new toys for us to play with in there, to do research with. Of course, we have the ECG, the treadmill tests, we have the underwater weighing, we have the bod pod, and all kinds of other things in there to help our students with learning assessment techniques and evaluation techniques.
Even with amenities such as the rec center, students and faculty in the nutrition program realize there are some challenges along with the rewards of being part of one of the smaller majors on campus, as well as a smaller university in general.
I definitely think there's more pros than cons. I wanted to come to a small school. I didn't necessarily know I would pick a very small major also, but I think it's been the best thing that happened for me. I do well in smaller groups, so this was great for me. Some cons are like how the classes are offered. I mean, it's hard to, if you wanted to graduate early, that's hard to do just because classes aren't offered all of the time. But I think that would be the biggest con, but like I said, there's so many more, positive things that outweigh that.
It's good that we're small and that we're in not such a big metropolitan area also, because we're connected with places in Abilene that offer my students jobs. So almost everyone, when they're a junior or senior, if they really want a job, they could get a job in the field here in Abilene, and that certainly helps with the internship process or for future jobs that they're going to have.
With all that said, what advice would today's nutrition students like to give the freshmen of tomorrow?
I'd probably just tell them, be involved. Like when you start out, actually try. Don't try and join SDA your junior year, do it your freshman year. Find your niche and really get involved and volunteer and find what all's out there, because in the realm of nutrition and dietetics, there's so much you can do, but you almost have to be a leader as a nutrition major and kind of make your own path.
I would say that it is a great major. Like I said before, food is everywhere, and no matter what, everybody needs it. So it's a great major to get into. No matter what you want to do, you can do something with nutrition. There's so many different fields: food service, clinical, management side. You can do anything with it. And when times get hard and you're taking science classes that seem like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, there is, and it's great. The opportunities that you can do with a nutrition degree are astounding.
First advice would be study, but I didn't really realize, I would say do your homework early, and not homework school-wise, but homework on what you want to do. If you want to be a registered dietitian, plan ahead and plan early, because there's so many things I didn't know that it's like, man, if I would have known that as a freshman, I could have done this, this, and this, which, I've caught back up and stuff, but I feel like I had to cram a lot into a couple of years. So just kind of knowing what you want to do, or at least having some sort of vision. I know it's going to change, but just having a plan and being sure you keep up your GPA, and also study.
Get out of your comfort zone. I think that's the most important thing. My freshman year, I got that email about, okay, Student Dietetic Association, we're having our first meeting. I did not want to go. I was like, I'm not going to know anybody there. Like, it's going to be really awkward, but I knew I probably needed to go. It would be a good experience, and I did, and I'm so glad I did. I met a bunch of great people, learned how to get involved, got a bunch of great tips of how to start getting involved in the field of dietetics, and it's hard to get out of your comfort zone, like we've all been there, but I think it's something, really important. Get involved with the SDA, get involved with your major, with the people that are in your classes. It'll really help you out.